I would just say, Paulo's taught me this, fight to be in his presence. If you got to fight for anything, just your struggle and your striving should just be like, Lord, I want to be at your feet at all times. Because listen, nothing matters when you're in his presence. And that's the beautiful thing about it. So I need you guys to help me. Is that okay? Are you guys going to help me out? Are we going to do something really cool right now? And I'm going to divide you, but we're going to divide in unity. So I want my ladies to help me out with one part, and I want my guys to help me out with another part. Is that all right? And it's simply saying this. So ladies, or no, guys, I want you to say this. If I be minimized, but we're going to have it with a tone, okay? We're going to try like this. Say it like this. If I be minimized. We're going to do a little bit quicker. If I be minimized. If I be minimized. All right. That's cool. That's cool. And ladies, you're going to point to the heavens and say, and you be magnified. And you be magnified. Oh, my goodness. You guys have a choir here? We're going to try that. All right. Guys, if I be minimized, ladies, and you be magnified. All right, we're going to try it like this. I'm going to give you the hint. It goes like this. If I be minimized, you be magnified, and we begin to find that your presence is so alive. I said, if I be minimized, and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so, guys. If I be minimized, ladies, and you be magnified, and we begin to find that your presence is so alive. I said, if I be minimized, and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. I said, if I be minimized, and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Say, if I be minimized, and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence. Speed it up, let's go. If I be minimized, and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Said, if I be minimized, and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Said, if I be minimized, and you be magnified, then I begin to find that your presence is so alive. I said, if I and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence. Let me hear y'all say. Then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Say, yeah. Then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Said, if I be minimized and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Said, if I be minimized and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Said, if I be minimized and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Said, if I be minimized, you be magnified, then I begin to find that your presence is so alive. Minimized, you be magnified, and we begin to find that your presence. One more time. Said, if I be minimized and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence. Check it out. I say, see ya, wouldn't wanna be ya. Talking to my past, cause I really gotta leave ya. Heard from a friend that we look kinda good. Then I read the scriptures, it told me you was I trust God cause I can't trust man. Cause if it's just man, sweep it in the dustpan. A just man recognizes that he's just man. Thus man, no God, just hush man. I give you glory, I ain't trying to share your spotlight. Cause when I think about you, you got my life in the middle of the test. You got my back in the midst of the mess. You got my future in your hand. So use me when you can. No matter where I am, I'm officially blessed. Now don't tangle or twist it. This is a dangerous business. So pray for the saved and the gifted. If I be minimized and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so. Let's go. If I be minimized and you be magnified, One more time. I'll be minimized and you be magnified. Then we begin to. Sometimes, you know what I learned about doing ministry? Sometimes we get so caught up trying to be something. Sometimes we get so caught up in our titles, in our positions, and in our swag, and in our appearance, and everything. But I want to let you know that it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything, because one day, I don't care who you are, I don't care if you're a lawyer, if you're the president, when you stand before God, everything that you thought was something, you'll stand before him and recognize that it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. So I won't become something because it doesn't mean anything. I won't become something because it doesn't mean anything. So don't become something because it doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. No, it doesn't mean anything. So I'll become nothing so that you become everything. Said I'll become nothing so that you become everything. We'll become nothing so that you become everything. Yes, Lord, become everything. Yes, Lord, become everything. Let's speed it up. And we'll become nothing so you become everything. Come on, we're gonna try that. And let's become nothing, yeah, so that you become everything. Yes, yes, we'll become nothing so that you become everything. So Lord, become everything. Lord, become everything. Listen, when your hurt becomes nothing, then his love becomes everything. When your pain becomes nothing, then his healing becomes everything. When your pride becomes nothing, then his glory is everything. So Lord, become everything. Yes, Lord, become everything. Sometimes I want to tell pastors, let the program become nothing so that he becomes everything. I'm going to try one more time. Guys, you got my back. Girls, you got my back. Said if I be minimized and you be magnified, we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Come on. If I be minimized and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so. Said if I be minimized and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Said if I be and you begin, then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Said if we be minimized and you be magnified, then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Said if I be minimized and you be magnified, then we begin to find. Everybody, let me hear you. Then we begin to find that your presence is so alive. Said if you guys got it, you got it, you got it for me. We're gonna try. Said if I be minimized and you be magnified, then we begin to find that you're right here before us. If we, yeah, then you be magnified, then we begin to find. Come on, guys. his presence is so alive. See, it's not about the poetry. It's not about the song anymore. It's not about the band anymore. It's not about anything. Because when we be minimized and he be magnified, then we begin to find that his presence is so alive. If I be minimized and you be magnified, we begin to find that his presence. Give God glory.